It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2nd and 8. First carry for James Conner. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. To throw, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The numbers for Jones last week, 25 carries, 132 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 1st down, it's Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second and a couple, Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Shedding the tackle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Jones. And some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Jones. There he goes again. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Murray. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Amari Rodgers complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. J.J. Watt the one that gets him down.
Okay.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll try the left side with Dillon. Pushes him over. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That's about what you would expect since there's so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Love with a give to Dillon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. And now for the backup quarterback. He finds his man complete. It's Benson. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Well, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Rodgers brings it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 2. Love with it. Got a man able to find Rodgers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Dillon now off the option. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Come on now. Let's go.
A.J. Dillon. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the deep.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. On 2nd down now, it's Conner, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Escapes the sack, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers open the lead up to 34-0.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first. Two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we... In for more one-way traffic here in the second half. It has not been a competitive game to this point. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Love looking deep for Adams. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long. So to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play. Something we've seen time and again from this offense.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Love looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. Didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Murray now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Taking it about the 36. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Dillon. And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback?
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devonte Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Connor on the read option. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Murray. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Devonte Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Love now. Looking deep for Adams. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Touchdown! That's caught. Devonte Adams with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, a run with Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Zadarius Smith, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
Yeah, team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come get some.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
He's brought down the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
139 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throw left side complete. That's Benson.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Green Bay.
Box 22, box 22.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That is caught by Rodgers.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Touchdown, Packers!
Amari Rodgers,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Packers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Jones breaking from the contact and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Boy, 194 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 22, he's coming.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 22, he's coming.
Here's a give to Jones running left. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you...
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense